Hello students, this is Smita Patnaik of ETC department. So today we are going to discuss one more new topic, that is your satellite communication system. Okay, so let's start our class. Communication system. The word communication arises from the Latin word communicare, which means share, okay, or transport. So mainly communication means it is a process, okay, where we can exchange our information from one point to other point. So mainly the communication system are basically contains three main components like your transmitter, channel and receiver, where the transmitter and receiver are connected through a channel so that we can exchange our information from transmitter to the receiver. The channel are used that may be your wired communication or wireless communication. Depending upon this communication system, next we are going to discuss a satellite communication system. Okay. In case of satellite communication, what happens? It is a body, okay, which moves around another body in a particular path. A communication satellite is essentially a one type of microwave link repeater. Here its function is it receives the energy from the earth station and again returns it to the earth station. But during this time period it amplifies the signal. Okay, so here a repeater is a circuit which increases the strength of the received signal and again transmit the signal to the earth station. So that's why a repeater works as a transmitter because it changes the frequency band of the transmitter signal from the received signal. Okay students, so satellite means a microwave link repeater. It generally what? Takes the energy from the earth station and again get back the energy to the earth station. Next come to, it can provide a transmission capability to and from any location on the earth. So here what happens, as we already know our natural satellite. Can you guess? So here natural satellite means our moon. Moon is the best example of our natural satellite. Okay, because here we are using generally artificial satellite. Why? Because any guesses? Okay, because we are not using natural satellite because of two things. First thing is we cannot install any electronic equipment on the satellite. Okay. Second thing is its distance from the earth station. Okay. Moon is far distance from the earth, so that a delay in communication. So because of these two things, we are using artificial satellite. Okay. We are using artificial satellite, but we require some orbits to travel around the earth. So there are mainly three types of orbits are there. First one is your equatorial orbit, second one is your inclined orbit, and third one is your polar orbit. So here next come to period of satellite. The time required for a satellite to make a complete trip around the earth. So this one is your period of a satellite. Next come to, let's see this diagram which represents three orbits. Okay, so first diagram indicates equatorial orbit satellite. Second diagram indicates here inclined orbit satellite. You see, just inclined. Okay, next third one is your polar orbit satellite. So these are the orbits. Next, what? All the satellites when transmit or when receives the signals and transmits the signal with a certain frequency range. Okay, so here all the satellites utilizes some uplink connection and downlink connection. The frequency reserved for satellite microwave communication are in the range gigahertz range. So each satellite sends and receives over two different bands. First band is your called uplink connection. Uplink means what? The connection between the earth to the satellite. Okay. And second one is your downlink connection. Okay. The connection between satellite to the earth. So here what happens? The uplink connection frequency range is somewhat 5.9 to 6.4, okay, gigahertz. But in case of downlink, it gradually decreases. That is your 3.7 to 4.2 gigahertz. Why? Because when the earth station transmits the signal to the satellite, the signal consisting of number of noises, disturbances and lot of interference are added in the transmitter signal. Okay, when the signal is once reaches at the satellite in the space, the satellite removes all the noises, disturbances which are present in the transmitter signal. It can amplify all this signal, it can remove all the noises and again amplifies the signal and after amplification the signal is get back to the earth station from the satellite. That's why the frequency range of downlink connection somewhat less as compared to uplink connection. Okay. So this diagram here indicates the uplink and downlink connection of a satellite. See here source ground station, that is otherwise called as your what, earth station, which is connected through a uplink connection to the satellite which is present in space. Okay, and again the satellite to ground connection, that is called your downlink connection. I hope you understand. Next, types of satellite. There are mainly three types of satellites are there. First one is your geostationary earth orbit satellite. Okay, that is shortcutly called as GEO. Next one, this geostationary satellite have the same angular velocity as compared to Earth. Okay, means one complete cycle per 24 hours. So they appear to be stationed over one spot on the globe. That's why the geostationary earth orbit having 11,000 km per hour or nearly 2 meter per second. Okay, this prevents interference between the uplink and downlink. This is known as your geostationary satellite. Okay, as its angular velocity compared to earth, that's why it is called geostationary. Okay, it remains constant. Next, in case of low earth orbit, what happens? This low earth orbit satellite have polar orbits. Okay, but in case of geostationary satellite orbits, these are what happens? Yes, it's a geostationary satellite orbits are approximately revolving in equatorial orbit, but in case of low earth orbit it is polar orbit, but middle earth orbit that can take the inclined orbit. Okay, so these are the some basic types of satellite. Next come to some advantages of a satellite communication system. Okay, this satellite communication system is very economic, okay, as compared to any terrestrial systems. Next, satellite circuits can be easily installed, okay, and quickly installed. Next, mobile communication can be easily established by using satellite communication. And last one is for rescue, okay, and navigation applications. This one is more useful. Next come to disadvantages of satellite communication system. Here the time delay of 0.5 second also reduces the efficiency. Okay, we can get here what approximate value, not in case of accurate value. Okay, so time delay is very effective. Next, repair of satellite is almost impossible. Next, echo may be caused. Why? Because the signal is transmitted long distance, so that the echo problem is occurred here. So this is all about your satellite communication system. I hope you understand well. Thank you.